Non-fungible tokens. To be fungible, that means something can be replaced by another thing that's exactly like it. A $1 bill is a fungible note. A Bitcoin is a fungible token. Any one Bitcoin is exactly as valuable as any other Bitcoin at a given time. NFTs are non-fungible. That means they are completely unique. No other thing exists that a particular NFT can be replaced by. The NFT itself is a little piece of data that lives on a blockchain. It's unique and it cannot be changed or broken up. The super oversimplified explanation of what a blockchain is a ledger of every transaction that's ever happened for a particular cryptocurrency. The name comes from, for instance, with Bitcoin, every 10 minutes or so, every transaction that takes place on the Bitcoin network, every bit of Bitcoin that moves from one wallet to another, or gets bought or sold, is sent to a node where it's duplicated and sent across a huge network of other nodes and mining computers. A node is a computer whose sole purpose is to collect, validate, and redistribute this data. The miners package these transactions into blocks where they are then sent back to this network of nodes to be verified. Once a consensus is reached concerning that 10-minute block of Bitcoin activity, it is then hooked to a chain of previous blocks of verified data, all of which are identical, again, across thousands of computers around the world, making it totally immutable, uneditable. This chain of data blocks is the blockchain. It can't be edited because of these thousands of individual computers that are always watching the data. These computers don't know one another and are quite literally all over the world, hence decentralized. If one copy of the blockchain doesn't match the rest, it's rejected. Even if someone were able to manage to hack 1,000 computers in a single instant to replicate the attempt at creating a fraudulent version of a block, the 13,000 other node computers that make up that network would take notice and reject the change. All this to say that currently the blockchain is unhackable and NFTs live safely on the blockchain. What I think people so far aren't necessarily understanding is that when you buy an NFT of, let's say, some picture of a thing, some little cartoon, what you bought was not that picture. You bought a small little chunk of data, not the picture itself. That picture is hosted on a computer somewhere, and that little piece of data will point to it. Thanks to the blockchain, there is absolute conclusive proof that you're the owner of the NFT you bought. And anytime you sell it to someone else and anytime they sell it on down the line, every transaction is recorded onto the blockchain forever. In fact, that's where a lot of the value for NFTs as art is coming from. If I make a picture of a duck and put it up online as an NFT, it'll be close to worthless. I simply don't have enough clout for anyone to care. But if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson buys my duck picture on a whim one day, and then he relists it for sale, it's now no longer just some picture of a duck. Now it's an NFT that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson used to own, and that makes it a lot more valuable. The traditional art world works in this same way. It's just much harder to prove previous ownership. A lot of times it's just long lines of hearsay or evidence. There's even a little bit of a scandal in my town of Orlando, Florida, over a collection of Basquiats at the Orlando Museum of Art, where people are saying they're fakes and the man with the collection is lying about who owned them previously. If they were NFTs, that would all be laid out perfectly on the blockchain. Also, NFTs are not art by any definition. That's just how people are currently using the technology most prominently. Just as easily, that little piece of data that you buy when you buy an NFT could represent a ticket to a monster truck rally. You would be the indisputable owner of the ticket, and you could sell the ticket to someone else who could then be able to use the ticket as its new owner. Something that can be written into the code is that anytime an NFT is resold, the original owner gets a royalty. Using this feature could bring so much value back into the hands of a musician, which is normally lost to ticket companies or scalpers. If Dua Lipa puts on a concert and she sells 50,000 NFT tickets to it, even if some scalper gets his dirty hands on all the good seats and then resells them for 5 times the value, Dua Lipa would get paid for the original purchase and then her cut again of the inflated scalp price. On top of that, no one would ever be able to make a forged copy of this kind of ticket, since the blockchain can instantly tell that it originated with Dua Lipa and it is authentic. For this same reason, contracts can be written as NFTs. Logins for websites can be minted as an NFT. It may be soon that login and password becomes less and less common and you'll sign in by having the right NFT in your wallet, which is already running on your phone or computer. Gary Vee is selling access to his time through a collection of NFTs where the holders can come to his conferences for the next 3.5 years. That makes owning them and selling them more valuable. So much utility is possible with NFTs, and we're just starting to become familiar with the term. For now though, for the most part, it's a gold rush cash grab by celebrities and their art collections. Maybe we need to start up the Space Warehouse Conference where a group of NFTs will get you into the warehouse and we can discuss the future of the direction of this channel. NFTs.